So, as we are all aware, okay, leakers in gacha games is very prevalent. We all know this. Before, like, we get the official live streams or official drip marketings, there are often leaks that go around everywhere, okay? Whether it's Wuthering Waves, Honkai Star Rail, or Genshin Impact, leakers are around, and everyone can have their opinion on what you feel about leakers. Personally, I've never been like a huge fan of leakers. I usually like to see things as the games want to release them, to have that like hype kind of movements. But I understand a lot of people like leaks because they want to, you know, prepare for what's to come in future. HOYOverse is cracking down on leakers, and they're cracking down hard, okay? The famous HOYO Games leaker and data miner, Home DG Cat, was arrested. Oh boy. They're gonna start the 4.2 anniversary live stream with Home DG Cat like this. That is nuts. And obviously we have the Reddit link here, some comments. Dude doesn't give a fuck. He's still posting on Bilibili 2 hours ago to explain the newest boss's mechanism. That's insane. Motherfuckers forgot the #1 rule. Don't try to profit off leaks. But here is a post right here. It's been translated from Chinese into English, okay? So I apologize, okay? I apologize for the probably rough translation here. Official account of the Chinese government police direct Shanghai, February 26. The company uncovered a copyright infringement incident related to the games. These suspects were arrested, announced for Genshin Impact. According to the announcement, the Zhuhui branch of the Shanghai Municipal Public Security Bureau confirmed the fact that a large amount of unreleased information about titles currently in operation was posted on video sites while interviewing local game companies. The posted video includes the count information and skill animations before release. Mr. Home DG Cat on Bilibili. On Bilibili. Oh, they got him. They brother, they don't mess around. They do not mess around. In response, authorities set up a dedicated team. Bro, gacha leaks are so serious that they're setting up dedicated police teams to take them out. This is insane. This is how much leakers mean to like HOYOverse. Yeah, they rounded up the fucking HOYO Defense Force, bro. This is what it is. The HOYO Defense Force. To secure evidence and successfully arrest 3 people. They likely cost them millions. No, exactly. Like, bro, these leakers probably taking a huge hit to like HOYOverse. Like, I genuinely wonder like how much like HOYOverse loses out by people leaking stuff. Like, I genuinely wonder like how much it affects their operations. Su Wu and Zhu. Sorry. They successfully arrested 3 people. Su, Wu, and Zhou. Sorry. Between Su, Wu, and Zhu. Oh, it's not funny. Guys, it's not funny. It's not funny. It's not funny. It's not funny. Between October 22... I'm not cancelled? No, fucking cancel. Why are you laughing? Listen, it's not my... I'm not being racist. Listen, listen, I'm just a silly British girl, okay? Between October 2025 and 2026, authorities said all 3 were game fans who had been data mining with test builds for views and attention, producing and releasing footage with previously unreleased information. We believe that if you receive a warning from the rights holder, you could delete it. They did not realize that they were legally responsible. Oh, no. Su and Wu have now been referred to the prosecution, and prosecution proceedings are underway. On the other hand, criminal coercive measures have been taken against Mr. Zhou, who is considered to be the main perpetrator, and proceedings continue to be held. According to the previous reports, Mr. Zhou was running the business himself, Home DG Cat Wiki, on a site called Genshin. It is that leaked information was posted. Cognisphere, which handles overseas publishing of the film, has filed a lawsuit against him in the United States over this matter. The site was temporarily closed to information before the official announcement will not be posted, but it is currently inaccessible. Cognizant sues the operator of the site that publishes Genshin leak information and claims for damages. Furthermore, Zhuhui district, known as a high-tech industrial area with a concentration of game companies in China, and is working to improve corporate support of measures to strengthen the protection of trade secrets. Arknights, Hypergriff, known as the developer of, has also been selected as a company to be tested for trade secret protection measures. Okay, so like there literally is a Shanghai like gacha police defense force against leakers. This is bro, there is actually the gacha leaker police defense force. Holy fuck, holy shit. Like that must mean, okay, if this is happening, okay, these companies, fucking Hypergriff, fucking HOYOverse, they must be giving a shit ton of money to maybe the police in order to like make this happen. There has to be so much money. Do you know how much money has to be involved in this for like the police to make up its own fucking gacha leaker defense force? Like this is insanity. This is genuinely like insanity. This time, the investigation is a case in which criminal liability was pursued by linking the leakage of unpublished game information to business obstruction. It is positioned as future trends are attracting attention as Chinese authorities show emphasis on protecting the intellectual property of game companies. And you know what? Dare I say, whether you guys like leaks or not, dare I say, I do feel like these companies, no matter if they're big business corpos, do have a right to protect their information. Like, you can argue that leaking culture is good for the actual consumer, but companies also have a right to protect their property and to protect their IPs. And I think if we have to respect that. I do. I really think we have to respect, because if we're going into this like framing of like, oh no, actually these shouldn't be arrested, they're doing the people a favor, there comes a point where you actually have to trust the systems and laws that we live in as a society, right? Like, I believe in the law. I believe we should follow the law. And I still, even though you could be a big predatory business, I think the business should also be like, hey, they have protections too. They have protections too, and they also have the right to protect their properties, to protect the IPs from being leaked. Whether or not you agree with it being leaked or not, they have a right to be doing this, okay? They have a right to be doing this, but instead, if you are someone who is in favor of the leakers and you think this is a bad situation, right, because it affects you playing your games or whatever the fuck it is, here's the thing. We can advocate and push these companies to produce roadmaps for their games, right? Encourage these gacha companies to release roadmaps ahead of time of like maybe what like elements and types of characters that they might be. Like, that's something that would actually be useful for the audience, okay? That would be useful for the audience to know if they want to save or if they want to pull. Give us roadmaps, and then these leaks, people wouldn't be as interested in going to search for leaks in the first place. That way the companies get to protect their properties, is able to protect their IPs, and the consumers are able to adequately prepare for what's to come in future, right? That's just how it is. And then everybody benefits. Absolutely everybody benefits from this kind of thing. Arknight's manufacturer, Hypergriff, has been selected as a company subject to trade secret protection policy, including measures to prevent leaks by Shanghai authorities. On February 10th, 2026, the China Shanghai Municipal Market Supervisory Bureau posted on its official website a list of companies that are piloting trade secret protection policies in Shanghai. Among these was Arknights, the developer of Hypergriff, also included. This system is a measure launched by the authorities with the aim of protecting corporate trade secrets, and multiple specific support measures have already been put in place. In terms of systems, efforts are being made to build multifaceted support systems that protect the legitimate rights and interests of companies, and in terms of funding, supports rights protections activities. Target companies will have third-party organizations develop internal control systems and provide confidentiality education for employees. So basically, I feel like they're going to go ahead and like, there's going to be a third party within these companies that deals with like, maybe like beta test servers. Anything that is like to do with future upcoming content, they're actually monitoring in a very more enclosed way. To the extent of like, they've got a third party to do it for them, right? Why now? Because they're probably losing a lot of money by people leaking stuff. Okay. as well as the event of damages, evidence preservation, judicial appraisal, and loss assessment. It is expected that such services can be used at low cost or free of charge. Furthermore, specialized organizations such as law firms and technology companies will participate at all times, and a system will be established to support information security management. Bro, Gacha makes so much money for these countries. Like, we're talking billions, okay? Billions and billions, okay? That there's so much at stake that people are willing to make the Gacha Defense Police Force, including third-party businesses developing new technologies to stop people from leaking in companies. Like, I don't think y'all understand how, like, big of a deal this is. Like, how massive it is that this is actually happening, that they're going this far to protect their property. It's like, it's honestly insane. In terms of enforcement, the company plans to strengthen crackdowns on trade secret infringement, build a collaborative system between the Market Supervision Department, Public Safety, the Public Prosecutor's Office, and the courts, and protect the rights and interests of effective companies. In recent years, the number of long-term titles has been increasing due to continuous content updates. On the other hand, so-called information that is not publicly available is obtained in advance and made public by public. However, cases of interfering with the company's business plans are also considered problematic. In fact, legal measures regarding rights protections are progressing, such as HOYO's overseas publishing subsidiary, Cognisphere, filing a lawsuit against the operator of a site posting leaked information in the United States. The selection of Hyperglyph could serve as a reference case for gaming companies facing similar challenges. There seems to be a lot of interest in the effectiveness of the system and its future operational status, and I would like to pay attention to future trends. Guys, how do we feel about this? If the company thinks a more informed decision by the consumer will lead to less profit, then that company is being dishonest and manipulative. I simply don't support it. I think that's why a lot of people are in support of leakers, right? Because they believe that, you know, people are able to make better choices. But if your take is that, like, the companies don't do roadmaps because they believe that people being more informed means they spend less because they don't know what they're pulling for, then I do agree that it's probably like a silly take, right? It's probably still a take by those companies. It's probably dishonest. Like, no, you want to keep people in the dark for longer so they have more FOMO when new characters get released. The longer you can keep someone, like, in the dark about information when it gets released, the more hype you can build up, right? It's psychology. The more hype that you immediately build up by springing information on people. It's one of their dark practices, which is why these companies probably don't do roadmaps. Because, yeah, that immediate impulse isn't there. That immediate hype isn't there. They want you to have as much FOMO and impulsivity as possible, which is why I think, okay, if they're cracking down on fucking leakers, I think it's in everyone's best interest to advocate for roadmaps for consumers. I think that's, like, totally fair. Like, if they're getting rid of it, okay, people need to be way more vocal about these companies doing that, because it's good for the people. It's good for the people. Do you know what the leakers were charged with? Not specifically. We just know they've been arrested. We just know that they've been arrested right now. Do the character silhouettes and the special programs count? I mean, that's not a leak. That's just them doing their advertisement campaigns, right? Give us roadmaps to the people. When I say roadmaps, I mean like element types. Element types, what kind of damage do they deal? That kind of thing. Like, are they a debuffer? Are they a main attacker? Are they, like a support, like healer? Like, what are they? You know what I mean? Like, I think that kind of stuff would be important. Because at the end of the day, a lot of people pull based on, like, story and, like, appearance of characters, right? Story and appearance of characters. If a character looks really fucking cool, a lot of people might be more inclined to pull, but there are a subset of people who will only pull if it makes sense to fit into, like, their teams or whatever the fuck it is, right? So as long as you know, like, what a character archetype is, I think that's probably fine. Doesn't matter to me. I stopped spending money on gacha games. If players want to change, they have to stop spending money and paying the games, but that's never going to happen. I hope they'll be okay. I see both sides of this. They are like our Robin Hood. No, I do see the both sides of it. I do 100% see the both sides of this whole, like, situation. But yeah, we get kits and stuff, but we don't get hard numbers. I don't think here's the thing. I don't think calculation and hard numbers is something that needs to be leaked. I don't think that's something that the games need to actually portray, because at the end of the day with these gacha games, as long as every character has the teams that they can clear with, I don't think it matters or not how strong they are. Like, the specific numbers and calculations. I think that's just, like, people's personal interest. I genuinely think that. Like, I think that's something that they don't have to show. Like, how strong they are, their calculations. I don't think that needs to be made public to people. That's me, personally. That's my own view on it. Having a roadmap for a game that's updated monthly is a bad idea. I'm sure that more than 50% of content doesn't make it to final release. When you make a game, you shotgun ideas and strip down everything that doesn't work. A frequently updated game gets a roadmap. It will create a lot of disappointment when the players look at the future. Okay, Seabass, you realize that these games are like a year in advance, right? Apart from Honkai Star Rail 4.0, you realize that these games are like, they're already like a year ahead. So doing like a roadmap 1 or 2 months down the line is not a problem at all, because they already know exactly what they're going to be releasing. It's at most 6 months. No, bro, they've admitted they're like over a year ahead. It's not at most 6 months. They've admitted they're over a year ahead. Like HOYOverse have said that. HOYOverse, even like Kuro have said that themselves. I don't, but brother, they've said it themselves. They literally said it themselves. They've literally, even HOYOverse have said it themselves. They're like over a year ahead. Kuro said only that making character makes around a year. Argenti voice sides were recorded before the game launched. Argenti was like 1.6 or something. Okay, they may have a blueprint for a year ahead, not an actual plan though. I mean, I really think that like this is more of a conspiratorial take. They know exactly. I feel like having like a roadmap for people like a couple by like 3 months in advance is like not like a big deal. I really don't. Legal-wise, companies have the right. Moral-wise, people would want to know more with the gacha monetization, and it's fair. Culture-wise, leak culture is shit at this point, and personally, I prefer to not have them than to have people need to avoid social media for 1 to 2 weeks after the patch to not get spoiled. Roadmap would be good, but it won't really fix the leak problem, IMO. Live service games have multiple versions running at once, like on the night CEO said approximately 4 to 5 versions running in parallel. Yeah, exactly. Exactly. All live service games have roadmaps except gacha. I wonder why. Yeah, I wonder why gacha doesn't have like fucking roadmaps. It's almost like they want you to have FOMO. They want you to have FOMO. They want you to not know what's coming. They want to surprise you and shock you, which is why they're cracking down on this like crazy. Because they don't want you to be informed. They want you to be in the dark. We all agree, right? They want you to be in the dark. Still never understand why these guys take copyright warnings from a big company lightly. No clout worth the time with all the hassle. Yeah, bro. If I got a cease and desist from fucking HOYOverse, you bet your ass I'm shutting the fuck up. Like, are you crazy? If I got a cease and desist from fucking HOYOverse telling me to stop doing what I'm doing, I'm shutting up forever. I am shutting the fuck up forever. Like, yes. You think me, would want to go against a multi-billion-dollar company, trillion-dollar almost? I'm good. Nah, I'm not spitting in the face of fucking HOYOverse, bro. I'm good. Money, Mr. Krabs would be proud. But think about the aura farm. Yeah, bro. What aura farm does bro have? Bro, what aura farm does... Bro, yeah, is this aura? Is this fucking aura farm? I don't know, dude. You tell me. Is this right here fucking aura farm? Like, are we being for real? Are we being dead ass right now? This is aura farm? Did you see the leaker when Enfield first came out? He thought he could negotiate with them to leak. Fucking hell, dude. Yeah, bro, some of these people are stupid. If you think you could negotiate with HOYOverse, if you think you could negotiate with fucking Hypergriff on how to do any of this shit, you gotta be, like, off your fucking silly rocker. Like, off your silly fucking rocker, bro. Fair use laws are different in Asia versus North America. They are different. They are different. But this isn't about fair use. Brother, this has got nothing to do with fair use and about IP infringement. This is about copyright protections and IP infringement. This has got nothing to do with fucking fair use. There is no fair use that lets you data mine things and post IPs and leak stuff that does like gives like damages to a fucking company. Like, that's not how this works. So the leaks is real, Cap? What do you mean the leaks is real? Lol, it was a reply to the comment above me. I got you. Oh, sorry, I see. Someone's like, just claim it's transformative and fair use. Dude. Yeah, dude, if a character gets leaked from like HOYO or Kuro, if I take that character and change her outfit design, is that transformative? Yo, can I go to court? Is that transformative fair use content? Hypergraph negotiated with leakers is the funniest comment I've ever heard. They don't negotiate with Genshin terrorists. Hypergraph doesn't negotiate with terrorists. What about mods? I don't know personally how like what the legal repercussions of doing mods are. I just know it's against like terms of service. Like editing the files of like the game locally is still against terms of service. So like I don't know if it's like legal, but it's against TOS. It's more likely that your account would get banned than any legal repercussions happening to you. That's my opinion, right? I think that using mods, you're just likely to have your account banned, not like have any kind of like lawsuit. It's a terms of service thing more than anything else. They're afraid people would mod paid outfits. Well, okay, if it gets to the point that if you're profiting off of mods, then it's not the people who would be purchasing the mods, it'll be people that are making them and selling them, right? That would be then targeted for a lawsuit. But if you're using mods, you would probably just get banned. I really much doubt that you would have like a lawsuit. It'd be the people that make them and distribute them, right?